we see a ton of redemptions, because I don't think that people have spent enough time matching that investor to shareholder logic early on. I think, and I might be wrong, that's why we see a lot of failures in SPACs or redemptions. Am I thinking right on this? I'm still a baby in this industry.
100%, Josh. And that's the issue, is it doesn't take much pressure, because the SPAC, unlike a traditional IPO, is going to have a very thin layer of liquidity. The float is typically very small on these SPACs that are coming to market. So, when you hire JP Morgan or whoever to run an IPO, they take 18 months. It's expensive. There's other reasons why a SPAC makes a lot of sense for some. But the one huge advantage that a traditional IPO has over a SPAC is they typically don't price a deal until there's depth in the market. When a banker says my book was 4 or 5 times oversubscribed, what they're really talking about is the depth of the secondary market. So I raised you 30 million, but I actually identified 150 million of demand for your stock. The day you started trading, you already know there's buyers in the market. Yeah. SPACs often say, okay, how much money do you need to close the deal? $30 million. Okay. And then the bankers, everybody works for that 30 million. As soon as you got the 30 million, we got a deal done. Then you're on day one, and who's there as buyers in this market? The market is smart, and they realize I need to see who the sellers are first, because I know there's some sellers. How big is that? Because that's what I'm going to be balancing against. And so you've got to get that buyer network up, which is why a lot of SPACs, de-SPACs specifically, follow that curve. So they stay flat for a period of time, start falling off ahead of the lockup expiration. Let's call it 6 to 12 months, depending on the SPAC, starts trading off, finds a bottom as that selling pressure is released, and then the stocks start taking off. So there's an opportunity in that de-SPAC curve where it's possibly overpriced to horribly underpriced, to then it finds its righteous value. But that curve is almost undeniable in a SPAC. It's going to happen at different levels of intensity, but it happens just because of formulaically the supply and demand of the underlying stock.